Welcome back. On this episode, we're going to talk about some of the pros to living in Franklin, Tennessee.
Yes.
The place that I feel like people cannot get enough of.
Yeah, and when I first moved here, that was where I looked first to move.
Yes.
It's wonderful. We're going to tell you the top 5 things about it.
Yep. So number 1, we're going to talk about the Williamson County Fair. It is very popular here. Have you been?
It's a huge thing. I was there last year. I didn't go this year.
I haven't been this year either, but my daughter went with some friends, and it's always like a really fun experience that people look forward to every single year. A lot of people flock to it from different counties, from what I understand, and it's just a really popular thing to do. I think people love it too because it feels like small town, like country feel. You know, they'll have like 4-H kind of stuff if you're familiar with all the animals and all the stuff. So, you know, you have all your traditional rides and all your animals and
All
just
the
walking
food.
around. All the food.
Fair food.
Yeah. And if you
So
watched our
yummy.
last episode, we were talking about, and I'm laughing because we were talking about all the fried food here.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Wow.
you can find it at the Williamson County Fair.
Sure can.
So there you go.
Number 2 is Franklin feels like a Hallmark movie. It's small and quaint and has the most beautiful buildings, older buildings, so many colors. You just feel good while you're there. You feel like you're warm and cozy, like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, you would not believe the phone calls I take as I move people here from out of state. Specifically Californians, for some reason, are really drawn to Franklin, Tennessee. And they all tell me that they love the way that it feels. They're like, I just want to buy a house there. And they want to be a part of that small town, like that small Hallmark kind of feel when they move here. Speaking of Hallmark, we actually have had Hallmark movies done in Franklin, haven't we?
Yeah, we have Franklin and Brentwood.
Yes. Yeah, it's been really fun. So like it's fun in the wintertime because we'll have, you know, they'll do like snow scenes and stuff like that. I don't know, it's just really special. So
Yeah,
not
pretty
only
neat.
does it feel like Hallmark USA, but it actually
Has been.
is Hallmark. All right, so number 3, we're going to talk about downtown festivities. I find it so fascinating. I've never lived in an area before where there is, I mean, I feel like almost every single weekend of the month, there is a festival going on.
There's something.
It is wild. You can check the calendar. I know, like, just thinking of, like, I think March and April, you'll have the Dickens Festival where they actually, like, act it out. You know, they have, like, the singers and everything.
That's fun.
Back from that age. You go into summertime, they have...
July 4th.
Yeah, 4th of
They
July.
shut down the whole main street. They'll do a parade.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Pretty much all of the holidays, they do something really fun down there, whether it be parades, whether they literally shut down the whole street and have food trucks, vendors, and everybody just kind of gathers and has a really good time.
Yeah, Franklin, Tennessee loves to party apparently in a really
During
fun
the day.
way. Yeah, during the day, because at night they're sleeping.
Yep, for sure.
And if you watched our last episode, if you haven't, go back and watch that because we talk about the lack of nightlife here.
Yes.
And it's quite fascinating, quite hilarious what you'll find here in the Franklin area. I would say also in the fall, it is fascinating because they'll have the Pumpkin Festival. Trying to think if there's any other festivals in the fall, but you won't believe the turnout to these festivals. I don't know
it's
if you've
huge.
been to
It's
one
immense.
recently. Like, you got to be ready. You might want to have a cup of coffee before you go because there are 100,000 other people who had the same idea as you.
Yeah.
And everybody in Franklin loves a good festival.
In Franklin and out of Franklin.
Yeah.
I come down from Davidson.
That's a really good point. They
It's a
come
lot of
into
fun.
the Franklin area to experience that small town feel, which really speaks to how much people really crave that community and they want to come be a part of it, whether they live there or not. So it's fascinating. And there is so many festivals here that you can enjoy when you move here.
And the side note, if you are coming from Davidson, the drive-in during the fall is beautiful.
Yes.
Take Franklin Road. It's amazing. You see all the different colors and different
really good point.
elevations. It's really pretty.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right. So number 4 is the history. Franklin has been around since 1799, which is insane to me.
It is insane to me.
Seen a lot.
Yeah.
They've gone through the Civil War. Literally, I'm pretty sure in downtown there was like the Battle of Franklin or Battle at Franklin.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool. They have a bunch
really
of
cool.
monuments and
I know, it's incredible. You can walk through the downtown and there's plaques on so many buildings
Let
that
you
will
know
kind of
exactly
give
what
you,
happened.
it gives you the history of it, when it happened, how it happened. And I mean, it's just absolutely fascinating. So you can get like a whole history lesson just driving through Franklin or walking downtown.
yeah. They also and some of you may like it, some of you may not, might not be your fancy, but they do ghost tours during, I think all year round, but a lot during October, obviously, to kind of give you the spooky feel of Halloween, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah. It's just really neat to be in an area that's so rich with history because you don't have that in these newer cities that I've been in before and lived in before. So there's just something really special about the history of the place and knowing things that have happened in ways that we've all just bonded together as an area. So it's really cool.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, one thing about Franklin as well is they've done a really great job preserving these historical buildings, I've noticed, and even the cemeteries and a lot of locations you can go and get tours of different places just around the area. You could do a search online on Google to kind of like take a look at some of those to see where you can go. But yeah, they do a good job of preserving it and not allowing new builds, we'll call them, to come up in the downtown area because they really want to take advantage and enjoy that history that's there, that's so rich.
Yeah, even if they do wind up taking down a house, they'll put one up to kind of fit the facade of the rest of them. So
yeah,
I think that's pretty cool. They've
been very strict about that, which I really appreciate, and they value the history of it as well. So it's great to live in an area that values the history.
Yeah, absolutely.
So number 5, we love the local boutiques and the mom and pop shops here. There are plenty in the Franklin area. It's really awesome. Like, it's great to get a taste of your area put on by local people, that whether it be the clothing or the tourist kind of stuff that you can buy there, or just like home goods or whatever you need. It's been really neat to see and to be able to know we're supporting someone local when we go shop these local boutiques.
Yeah, it's nice to shop small every once in a while, or more than once in a while even. They have some really great shops on Main Street. They have like a spice shop, which is you walk by it and you can smell it. It smells so good. I mean, so many. It's insane. And some of them have been there for a long time.
They really have.
Yeah.
Which goes to show when a place sticks around for that long, it shows that people actually value that.
Oh, yeah.
And once again, I believe it just really keeps us bonded as a community when we support each other like that, and keeps these shops up and running, because they literally can't survive without us shopping there.
Right. They have a theater.
Oh yeah,
on the street.
Yeah, the Franklin Theater. You got to check that out
really
too.
Really cool.
Yeah,
it's also pretty old, so
yeah, it's super awesome.
It's a good thing to look at.
I think your biggest challenge is going to be like going home with some money in your pocket, because it's just really easy to spend it at these local boutiques.
Yeah, and you can spend all day there.
You sure could.
So nice.
Yeah. And a lot of people do. They'll like do a day trip to the downtown area,
grab some lunch,
kind of walk the shops. Yep. Go to a local restaurant. So there's just so much of that local community feel here.
Yeah, it's great. Thanks for watching this episode. If you're interested in moving to Franklin or have any questions about the area, feel free to look in the description and give us a call. All our information is there: email, phone number, whatever it may be. Give us a call.
We would love to help you.